Salam, boys. It's time to learn the alphabet again. Now, what the ABC model actually even is, in it? It's basically a model from psychology. It's actually from the cognitive approach, and it's developed by a guy called Ellis, and he's a cognitive psychologist. And he developed this model to explain depression and also treat depression. Now, it's usually done in a therapy kind of talk therapy kind of environment, but honestly, you can use the principle on yourself like perfectly fine. So, what does ABC stand for? ABC stands for A is the activating event, right? By the way, the context of this is to stop yourself getting too emotional from events that happen to you. So, throughout this video, let's use an example. Say you got a bad grade on a test, right? Let's say you got a bad grade on a test. Let's say you got an F. If you're Pakistani, you probably already died because your parents killed you. But let's say, alright, you failed the test. Now that is the activating event. So we have A. Now what is B? B is the belief which stems from the activating event. Now this is where the divide happens. You have kind of two possibilities from here. You either have irrational, illogical thinking, which is what most of us have right now if you are depressed, or just suffering from like emotionfulness, something like that. Or you have rational, logical thinking, which is what you should have, if we're speaking frankly, you know. Now, let's get the irrational part down. So you have an irrational thought. I am stupid. That's the thought that you get from the A, which is the activating event, which is failing the test. I am stupid. Now, what would you rationally think in the situation? All right, we're back. The storage ran out on my phone, so my whole phone just glitched out. So yeah, what was the thing? So what you would rationally think after the activating event, which is failing the test, you would think, oh yeah, I did enough revision. It's just a one-off. Like maybe I felt bad that day, I was sick that day, or something like that. Now, let's go down the illogical, irrational path right now. Yeah. So we have the irrational thought, I am stupid. Now, what is the consequence of this thought? Now, there's another researcher or psychologist, his name is Beck, and he made something called the negative triad, which is, I'm going to explain it very simply. So we have the belief, which is I am stupid. Now, this leads to beliefs about yourself, which you already have, that you're stupid. The beliefs about the future, which is that I'm always going to be stupid. And the belief about others, which is people think I am stupid also. Now, this is a continuing loop, so this keeps on going on unless it breaks. Now, this triad is what actually causes the depression. Because all depression is just a constant loop of negative feelings. Like if you really think about it, it's just a loop of negative feelings. Now, what would happen if you went down the rational and logical route? So yeah, it's just a one-off, you know, the belief is just that, oh yeah, it was just a one-off, I did enough revision, it's okay. Now, what would the consequence be? Well, there wouldn't be depression in it. So how can we practically use this in a everyday life? Like it can work for big events, like as I said, failing the test. It can also work for small stuff, like maybe you drop something, and if people with that mindset will go, oh yeah, I don't know, I'm incapable, or I'm a freaking spastic, I don't know. Now obviously that leads to more negative thoughts. And if these small actions and these beliefs keep adding up and piling up throughout the day, you're gonna have a very bad day. Now, Stoicism can help with this, because all you're really doing is changing your mindset about things that happen to you, which is obviously going down that more rational and logical route, which negates the depression. Now, how do we break out of the cycle once we're in that triad thingy? What you need to do is something called disputation, which is basically just say someone comes up to you and says, I don't know, you can't do 20 push-ups, and then you do 20 push-ups. What we've done is disputed his claim. Now, what you need to do is do that to yourself. All right. So, you're in the negative triad, and one part of this triangle or this triad is negative views about what others think of you. So it's basically coming back to people think you're dumb. But we need to do something called reality testing. Now this also links into social anxiety. It links into a lot of like mental issues. So with the depression thing, people think I'm stupid. You can literally just go up to like make someone who has depression. Literally go up to someone or go up to other people that they think has negative thoughts about them. And literally tell them to go ask them, what do you think of me? And then in reality, they'll probably just say, oh yeah, he's an alright guy or something like that. Now this is called reality testing, because obviously it's in the name, bro. Like you're testing the reality of the situation. It's because people who have this mindset and are in this triad are not living in reality. They're living in this false conception that they've made up, which is making them depressed. That's all this ABC model is. Now, the model that's used in like CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy is called ABCDEF. It's like it just carries on the alphabet in it. The DEF stands for, I think, disputation. What's it called? Emotions or something like that, and then F is feelings. I'm not sure about the E, but it doesn't really matter. The basic principle here, I'm gonna do the bro psychology version of this year. Every event that you get into, you need to be conscious of your cognitive reaction to that event, or just what you need to be aware of what you think about the stuff that's going on to you, basically, or the stuff that's happening to you. So say someone comes up to me and they don't like my hat, yeah, you know what I'm saying, this new hat that I just got. Say they don't like my hat, they say you have a dumb hat. Now I can either have irrational, illogical feelings about this random guy who came up to me and insulted my hat, and say, "Oh yeah, no one likes this hat. I don't even like this hat." You can go down that route and get depressed about it, but you can also just be like, "Bro, I don't care what you think. Like, why would I even care about what you say about my hat, bro? Like, I like my hat, innit? It's a pretty sick hat, you know. I can't lie to you, bro. But you know, that's basically what it is. Alright, that was the alphabet with me. Laugh is boys, take the advice, don't be depressed. Stuff.